Welcome to the greatest podcast for elite losers, a.k.a. the GoonCast. Actually, this is how I like to start. Welcome to the GoonCast, the greatest podcast for elite losers, the longest running title for a podcast. I don't know why I'm looking at you, but yes, and I like that. I like that because every book now, like look at the book I'm reading right now. Some might argue, why do I have this book if I had it 8 months ago and I'm still reading it? Bill Bryson's A Short History of Nearly Everything is the title of the book. And then it says in another line, well, my theory was wrong. Anyways, a lot of books will have a title and then they'll have a subtitle. That book didn't, and I look like an asshole. But we're here. We are back in Texas after doing Tampa, and my apologies again for everyone. We had to move the Tampa show, and we'll explain why. We did 4 shows in Tampa. I didn't do my show. We did 4 shows with Ryan Long, and then I had to fly to Miami to shoot podcasts with OF content creators. Amazing. We shot 8 podcasts in 24 hours. That's the kind of, and I was sick as a dog. I literally got off the plane from Tampa to Miami because I'm not a man and I don't have a driver's license. And I got, have you ever done a liquid IV? Where
No.
You overpay for $300. You sit there, and let me tell you something. If you need something done that day, you spend that money. Like if you need to do something so important, it is so worth it, but it only is temporary. But it does help. It like makes you feel good. Later that night after I was done, like you're supposed to take the IV and sleep. I took the IV and immediately did 4 podcasts, and I was dying. I was like so exhausted, but it got me through it. And then finally we're getting over it. But I am a soft boy. So if I do get sick, sorry, my dogs are going crazy, and this is a recurring theme on the podcast. Come here, Thor. A recurring theme on the podcast, so that's why I have, someone might ask, why do you have a bag of dog treats? Why do you have a bag of chicken, freeze-dried chicken underneath your arm? Well, because why is my dog shitting on the floor during the podcast? He's been on multiple walks. Do you want to take a picture and show that?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. My dog, who's been on 3 walks today, just took a shit while I'm about to give you treats. You ungrateful cunt. Can we just pause this for a second and timestamp this? Jesus Christ. All right, are we back?
Yep.
Okay. So Moses just defecated all over the carpet as I was about to give him a treat. And he just came over. Here's the most frustrating part of this, is that not only have they been on multiple walks today, that there is an emergency pee pad designated area in the corner that they use, that in an unlikely event they do need to defecate in my house. I finally, at 44, can afford my own apartment. And then my 2 senior dogs, where I've given every dollar I make goes to them. Do I overspend at steakhouses last night? Yes. But whatever's left over goes to them. I would be doing more steakhouses if they weren't around. But yeah, and so that was that. And I was cooking about OnlyFans content. So anyways, let me just make sure my dog's diapers aren't on. What the fuck? This is going to be called the Dogcast. This is unbelievable. You know, people are tuning in every week. 400 views last week.
Fuck yeah.
So, anyways, we're in Tampa. Tampa's great. The date's moved to May 18th. So, hopefully we see you there. And it was funny because I hadn't done Tampa in 2 years. And, you know, when you're opening for a guy like Ryan Long, a lot of his fans come out every 18 months. And then this one chick came up to me after the shows. I don't remember. I hadn't been there in 2 years. She was like trying to be smart because she was a little drunk during the meet and greet. She's like trying to like be cute. By the way, absolute pig. And she goes, oh, you tried to you tried to fuck me 2 years ago. And I literally said in front of Eric Freddy, who's the host of the shows, goes on tour. I'm like, this bitch thinks she's special. I like she was trying to make a scene, and I said that to him, and he starts laughing. I go, lady, I try and fuck everybody. You don't know how many DMs I sneak into after shows. Anyone who adds me from a show, they're getting a fucking DM where I'm trying to put my meat whistle in them. Dummy. And she walked away. Like, how stupid are you? I hate that. I hate when people think they're cute and they're going to get like, oh, I got JJ. Oh, did you? It's fucking, yeah. Anyways, that was that. And then another chick, proof of point, or what is that? Case in point, is that she comes up to me minutes later and she goes, hey, this is my boyfriend. I'm like, I don't care who your boyfriend is. She's like, oh, you don't remember me? I'm like, no, I don't. And I guess she was another one because she texted me later. So I guess I was trying to bang her and we were texting back and forth. She was like, she was a little embarrassed because she's like, oh, I was introducing my boyfriend saying like, I know him. I'm like, dude, we were there 2 years ago for 24 hours. How am I supposed to remember you? But now I'm much better not trying to, sorry, I have to bang this because I hear them growling. Now I'm much better. I actually don't try and sleep with people. Oh, well, that's not true because I had a adult entertainer DM me, and immediately my line is when like an adult content creator. Okay, by the way, that's the only kind of content creators DMing me, but I meant like adult, like as in porn star. I didn't want to say like when a kid content creator DM, they're not DMing me. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't respond. But when a porn star DMs me and they go, hey, saw you do this, it's very funny. Immediately, if they're hot, like I'm like, oh God, please, are they hitting on me? Because I'm out. I got coffee this morning. This is not the coffee I got. This is a second coffee. But I got a coffee this morning, and I'm sitting on the patio with my dogs on the coffee shop patio, and this chick DMs me, so hot. And I'm like sitting there, and I'm completely hard. I have like an unbelievable rager as she's DMing me back and forth saying, yeah, we should do collaborations. I'm like, absolutely. We should fuck. Absolutely. And so I'm like, I'm bad with women because I come from the gay world. So when it comes, like when I'm messaging women, I treat them like they're a gay guy. I'm like, let me stretch your hole. That's what I want to say to a woman. Because you say that to a gay guy. Not every gay guy likes that, but there's a percentage of gay guys that when you message them, let me stretch your hole, their asses are clapping. You're getting an applause break from their cheeks. And I treat women the same way. Like when there's a woman who's DMing me, she can think I'm funny. I can think like, oh, I want to fuck you. So anyways, yeah. So I tried to play it off cool, which I think I did, but I did have a hard on. And then, so Tampa was great. The only thing I noticed, are you a big sugar guy?
Love sugar.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So Thor, Moses, come here. I'll tell the story as I'm giving them. Thor, Moses, come here. Come get treats. Okay. So this is an interesting story. So I go to 7-Eleven because they got the comedy condo is like in the middle of nowhere. Mm-hmm. So the only thing that's close is 7-Eleven. So I walk to 7-Eleven, I get my waters, and because I'm not drinking Florida water, it smells like it has this like strong smell and strong taste. All of Florida, because it's so muggy, every home smells old, musky. It's like a chick who has a chick who has a good smelling pussy, but she's doing yoga all the time, right? Like it's not a fishy smell, you know what I mean? It's not a fishy smell. It's a muggy smell. And that's what Florida homes smell like. And Florida hotels smell like. They smell like good pussy that's doing yoga all the time. It's tolerable, but I'd rather get it before you do your little downward dogs. That's the smell of Florida homes. And I love Florida. Not that much, but I always add that caveat just because if I ever go back, It's a big state, and I want to sell tickets. So I'm standing in line with my waters, and there's a guy in front of me with I think it's 48 ounce. Do you know the size of big gulps? Can you see the biggest one?
I'll look up.
Yeah, you look. So it's the biggest size of a big gulp. Like it's I don't want to say like diabetes.
You want to take a guess of how many ounces I have?
72 ounces.
Not even close. 128 ounces.
Stop it.
Almost double what you guessed.
No, it wasn't one of those big things.
Okay.
It was a normal cup.
Because they have
the actual handlebar.
The team gulp is 128. That's the giant one. Then the extreme gulp is 52 fluid ounces. The double gulp is 64.
How many grams of sugar?
Let me see. Depending on this.
Yeah. Okay. So I say this all the time. This is something that I say all the time. If you're someone who thinks the President of the United States, whether it's Biden, Trump, Kamala, George W., is the problem in this country, it's not. The problem is the country in this country is one of the biggest chains sells. How big is it?
So the 64 ounce, if you got Coca-Cola in it, it's 190 grams of sugar.
100. So that is almost 10 weeks worth of sugar.
Yeah.
Granted, I ate half a pint of Talenti ice cream last night, which is 100 grams of sugar as well, but I did throw out half of it. But yes, if you think the problem is the head of state in America, no. It's how many big gulps a year do people buy, do you think? 1 million? This is going to be sickness. Fatties. You fat fucks. I like you.
It's estimated that 7-Eleven sells, and this is just 7-Eleven, sells several million big gulps a year. They dispense 38 million gallons of soda a year.
Taking off. I'm about to criticize the healthcare system, and I'm taking a pack of ice off my hernia. This is crazy. And so this guy must have had, what was it, a 54? It was like
the 64 ounce.
So he had a 64 ounce of big gulp, and he bought like a Powerball, whatever the state lotto or country lotto is. And I'm looking at him, and I'm first thinking, what the hell are you going to do if you win millions of dollars? Like, so it's not true. They say everyone who wins the lotto goes broke. It's actually only 30%, but I found the 30%. It's the guys buying big gulps that also buy a lottery ticket that win millions. They're not prepared for lottery money. They are, I don't even need to know they're fiscally, what's the term? Fiscally irresponsible? Yeah, fiscally.
Yeah.
They're fiscally, if you're buying 54 ounces of soda, you're fiscally irresponsible. I can promise you that. And maybe there's one person like Warren Buffett. Well, Warren Buffett drinks Diet Coke every day. Well, everyone else who drinks Diet Coke's a moron. I like it. Again, case in point. This is how much I love you people. I'm doing this through allergy season. So yeah, and then I'm thinking
that's half a gallon of drink right there. Half a gallon of soda in just one of those cups.
Right.
So if he's having one of those a day, he's drinking close to like 4 or 5 gallons of soda a week at what, then 52 weeks? He's eating like 250 gallons of soda a year.
And that's why our healthcare system sucks. It's, you blame the Brian Thompson CEO of whatever who got shot, Luigi Mangione. No, it's not that. The healthcare system is fucked because people are drinking soda by the gallons weekly, and then some CEO gets shot because it's too expensive. Of course. Could you imagine if that guy went to the ER, gallon drinking, 7-Eleven gallon drinker, which he is going to the ER, by the way. We all go to the ER, but he's going more. His likelihood of going before us is greater. So at first I'm like, you shouldn't win the lotto. But then I'm thinking, no, this guy should win the lotto because he's probably great for the economy, right? He's buying sodas, buying what other dumb contraptions, OnlyFans subscriptions. That's why I like buying OnlyFans subscriptions, because I know those ladies are also irresponsible. They all have to have their bags, their shoes, their yacht trips, this, that, the other thing. They're great for the economy. So that was that. And with that being said, the reason I want to do this today, the main thing, we moved to Austin, Texas in November 2024. And the reason I moved to Austin, Texas, I love New York City. I think comedy's great in New York City. I think you can get it's the best place to get great in New York City. But what's happening in Austin, and let me know when we're
about to give you the 5-minute line.
Okay, so we're at 15?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll try and do this within 5 minutes and maybe a minute or two over. What's happening in Austin, Texas right now in terms of comedy, I equate to understanding crypto and Bitcoin in 2012. I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime movement, and it's still like, the gold mine. The comedy's getting really good here. A lot of good comics are like in 10 years, there are going to be 10 to 15 comics from here that are mega famous because of this scene happen. So I love New York. And again, I think New York is one of the greatest places in the world. But there were certain factors like, I had to have roommates. My lease was ending. I hate riding the train. I love Austin. I love how in proximity it is. And I think something special is happening here. And I was like, okay, let's take a gamble. And one of the things that I've been really interested in years, was to do Kill Tony. So I was like, okay, I'm very excited about this. I know it's a crapshoot, but still, I want to be a part of that universe. So I moved here with my dogs. And, what was crazy, I moved here and right away I got a showcase at the mothership. And it didn't go, I didn't have a good set. So the booker told me, he's like, hey, we just don't have spots for you right now. And it was fine. So every Monday I would go sign up at the mothership for Kill Tony. And I was doing my spots. And one of the things that happened, I realized that, it's great to be here. I can do a lot of spots. I can work out material. I realized that no matter how big the following is, nobody really does care. Just get good at comedy. And then 2 weeks ago, I was standing at the bottom. So Kill Tony, the mothership, every Monday night at 8 p.m. And then there's a bar beside Kill Tony called Shakespeare's that has 2 floors, 300 people. You don't sign up for Kill Tony, do you?
No.
It's a lot of people, and it's crazy. And then every 10, 15 minutes, someone runs in from the show, yells out a name, and people are going crazy. Now, in this mix of crazy are comedians, people who have heard about the show, who are literally signing up for their first time, and then absolute lunatics. There's like 10% of the people there that are like insane people, which make the show great. Like literal, I think they're off the street or they've gotten a release from the inpatient center wherever they're going at, and they're crazy. So it's an interesting mix of people if you see the show. So I've been signing up for, I don't know how long that is, 4, 8, 12, 16 weeks in a row. And I know the guy who does the Colt, who does the show running. So I'm just standing down there talking, and it's around 8:30. He runs in, and I'm usually on the upper floor where there's probably 300 people. I'm just in the bottom floor with 20 people. He runs in, and he just looks at me, and immediately I knew. So he goes, JJ Liberman, and I walk with him. And thankfully, I wasn't upstairs, because if they call your name upstairs, like there's this huge uproar, and that probably makes you more uncomfortable. And immediately when he says my name, I've never had this feeling about to do comedy. My heart starts racing, because you know you're about to go up in front of 3 million people who are going to see this. And it's the most nerve-wracking moment in 12 years of comedy I've ever had. And I'm just waiting in the backstage, like they frisk you down. They make you put your shit, security. It's heavily secure. They make you put all your stuff in a bin. They like going through TSA. And I'm just standing back there, and I hear the comedian in front of me, Jack Shaw, who's a golden ticket winner. He's on stage. He's opening the show. I'm the first comic. And I'm just standing back there. My heart is pounding through my chest. And the photographer goes, hey, he's like, do you want a picture? Or he didn't even ask me. He just takes a picture, and you can see the picture on my face. They posted on the Comedy Mothership. I look like someone who's being filmed in the Blair Witch Project. I look like I've seen a ghost. I've never had this feeling about to do comedy because, again, you play this moment in your head. And what's crazy, the week after I do a theater in San Jose with 500 people, totally comfortable. This thing, I'm so uncomfortable. So I watch Hans Kim, who I like and I know very well. He walks by me. And I calm down a little bit. It's a little bit of, oh, fuck, thanks. He's like, hey, good luck, have fun, or whatever he said. I don't even remember exactly. But there was a sense of familiar, I can't say the words.
Familiarity.
Fuck, you barely could say it, too. That's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Fuck. Normalcy. There's a sense of normalcy when I see him. And then Jack walks back. They run drinks. And then I hear Tony's your next comedian. I think it's his first time on the show. Again, this was all a blur. And he calls my name, and I walk out there. As soon as I walk out there, my foot, there's the band, like the drummer, Michael Gonzalez is right there. My foot clips something, and immediately my head goes, you moron! You can't even walk. Like, when you have I was like, damn it. So I smiled, but I knew I wasn't smiling because I was happy. I smiled because I'm like, you're an idiot. And I still haven't watched this moment.
I didn't notice you tripping.
Okay.
When I saw you.
I clipped on something.
That's awesome, though.
Oh, it was so uncomfortable. So I do my first thing, and I'll tell you a little inside baseball. This was not how I wanted to open. But someone said, because I knew I was going to talk about the gay stuff, and then give me a light when we have to go.
Yeah, we're at 22 minutes.
Okay, so I'll try and wrap this quickly. But I do my first thing, and I was going to open with the gay stuff because it's joke, and someone said, no, what makes you, I've never listened to anyone how to do comedy except Ryan Long. And someone else just said, what makes you is that nobody can tell the gay stuff. So I did one thing, and it didn't work. And I'm sweating. And then I do the gay stuff, and it kindly... Did you see it?
Yeah.
I haven't watched my minute yet.
Yeah.
What did you think? I felt like it was brutal.
I
did go over.
Your interview was better than your minute.
Well, I know that.
And then, I thought that, your first joke, it didn't bomb. It just fell flat, and then you recovered. But
did I? I haven't watched it.
It's also it's the thing where it's it's a minute.
But I think I would have been better just doing opening with the gay stuff.
Yeah,
would have been much better.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but yes, the interview was what. And again, we have to keep this short. We can do a longer version some other time. But
hey, hold on 1 second.
Did he kick a cord out?
Yeah, there we go. Though we're good now.
Okay. Let's end this in 3 minutes. So, right away, I actually popped with a joke about the Jewiness, which actually did, Tony kill Tony. He was dying laughing. And then they asked me what I did, and then I brought up the videos, which I didn't think I was going to. And that's when Sam Talent said, oh, my God, you're that guy. Now, I don't read comments, but someone sent me the link of Reddit. They think Sam knew who I was. I have never met Sam Talent in my life. In fact, I've actually shared a story about his book. He didn't even see it. But afterwards, I added him on Instagram thanking him because I don't know if you saw the end of the interview. I shake his hand. He grabs me, and he goes, "That was so fucking funny."
Hell yeah.
And that, as great as the Kill Tony moment, that was as great because Sam Talon is like, I respect that guy. Like that's a comics comic. He's been doing it for so long, killing in obscurity, and then just recently blew up. So, to me, and I couldn't tell how, and that's how we'll end. Like, I didn't know I didn't know how I knew it went okay, but I could also see, like, when you're doing something, you're like, I could see how this could go bad too. But I was getting a lot of good feedback. So, but I didn't know, but it turned out great. But literally why I moved down here was hopefully to get in that universe, and it did, and it was amazing. It was crazy, and the feedback's been great. So I just wanted to say that was probably in 13 years in December. So I'm on year 12. In 12 years of doing comedy, not only literally like doing Carson, although the difference is I got picked out of bucket, but in terms of moments in comedy, that was like I was on there for 12 minutes. It was like a Carson moment.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and it was everything I thought it could be. So it was incredible, and for everyone who's like added me on social media and come watch my stuff since that, thank you very much. It is special and magical, so as gay as it is, but I do blow dudes through glory holes, so I think it's gay okay. Anyways, May 18th, I'm in Tampa, and June 4th, New York City. You want to plug your show?
Yeah, May 1st here in Austin, 7 p.m. East Austin. I'm headlining. Please come.
Go see Lejean. He's very funny, and we only have this podcast because he makes it possible, and also the back and forth make it great. So thank you, guys. That was phenomenal. We'll see you next week.